This is James Hendricks with the Black Sheep Reports. Today I'm going to be giving you 5 questions that the media is not talking about when it comes to the terrorist attack in Brussels. Number 5. Why would Brussels be such a prime target for a terrorist attack? Well, most Americans don't understand how important the city of Brussels is. For one thing, it is the headquarters of NATO's alliance, and the defense minister from 49 different nations met there last month to discuss a potential ground invasion of Syria. Secondly, it's also the unofficial capital of the European Union. The following comes from Wikipedia. The European Union has no official capital and no plans to declare one, but Brussels hosts the official seats of the European Commission, the Council of the European Union, and the European Council, as well as seats the second seat, but de facto the most important one, of the European Parliament. Over the years, Brussels has become a key symbol for the European integration, so if you wanted to conduct an attack that the entire European Union would feel, Brussels would have been a good choice. And many European leaders are already coming out declaring that the attack on Brussels was an attack on Europe as a whole. The French president said that what happened in Brussels that killed at least 26 people struck the whole of Europe. He said that the attacks in Brussels, the whole of European has been hit. He said urging that the European countries take vital steps in the face of the serious threat. He also said we are at war over the past few months in Europe, and we have endured several attacks of war. Now, number 4, does 322 have a special occult significance? Well, there are some people out there that are suggesting that it's no accident that these attacks happen on 322. And without a doubt, we have seen other events of this nature fall on dates that have special significance for the occult. I don't know exactly what to make of all this, but we do know that 322 is extremely significant to the Skull and Bones Society at Yale University, of which George W. Bush and John Kerry are members. Number 3. Why did Barack Obama spend less than a minute talking about the terrorist attacks in Brussels during his speech down in Cuba? Now, you would think that something this historic would deserve more than 51 seconds, but this is precisely the kind of behavior that we have come to expect from Obama over the years. Number 2. Is it odd that the mainstream media so quickly reported that ISIS took full responsibility for these attacks? It's entirely possible that ISIS was behind these attacks, but it's also entirely possible that these attacks are being blamed on ISIS by other parties with alternative motives. What we do know is that the bulletin supposedly from the Islamic State was posted on Tuesday, which took full responsibility for the bombing. Now, the following comes from the WND, which said the Islamic fighters carried out these series of bombings with explosive belts and devices on, last Tuesday, targeted an airport and a central metro station, in which a center of the Belgium capital, Brussels, a country participating in the coalition against the Islamic State. The bulletin said that the Islamic State fighters opened fire inside the airport before several of them detonated the explosive belts in the metro station. Now, number 1, will the terrorist attack in Brussels be used to justify the ground invasion of Syria? These attacks have produced tremendous amount of outrage in the Western world, and already many prominent voices are calling for the U.S.-led invasion of Syria in order to finally put ISIS down. Now, in fact, a former top advisor of Hillary Clinton already stated calling for a Syrian invasion within hours of the attacks. Now, I've received quite a bit of criticism for suggesting that we could be on the verge of World War III. But the truth is that Saudi Arabia and Turkey remain absolutely committed to the removal of al-Assad in Syria. And now these Brussels terrorist attacks have conventionally shifted people in Europe and the United States in favor of a ground operation in Syria. Now the ceasefire in Syria is on the verge of complete falling apart, and if American-led coalition does invade, that could easily spark a major regional war. The Russians, Iranians, Hezbollah are not just going to sit back and watch as US, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and their allies march to Damascus and remove Assad. The world is becoming more unstable with each passing day, and sometimes all it takes is a little shove to set us on a path that we will never intended to go down. I don't have all the answers, but unlike the mainstream media, at least I'm not afraid to ask the hard questions. This is James Hendricks with the Black Sheep Reports. Subscribe if you're new, links are below, and don't forget to check us out on Facebook. Our page is Media on 9/11. Thank you.